Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
If you have guests that pop over and you haven't prepared anything, you have some veggies in the refrigerator or some melon, just think of this appetizer.
Vegan chef Miyoko Schinner's vegan meat recipes, part 2 of 2. Rice paper vegan prosciutto, coming up next.
Go ahead and make war, so the woman who was in love with you will feel disgusted with you.
Huepa is a Spanish word that the locals in Puerto Rico use to express congratulations or appreciation for a great job. I am Benicio. The people of Puerto Rico are confident that your vegan lifestyle demonstrates your commitment to changing the lives of animal people for the better. Your action will benefit our world greatly. May heaven bless your caring and loving soul. Welcome to our show, Vegan Chef Miyoko Schinner's Vegan Meat Recipes, Part 2 of 2, Rice Paper Vegan Prosciutto. Vegan Chef Miyoko Schinner was the recipient of the Shining World Compassion Award in 2020, presented by our beloved Supreme Master Shanghai, along with a loving token of $10,000 for the animal people's goodies in the Rancho Compasión Animal People Sanctuary, co-founded by vegan chef Miyoko Schinner. At the age of 12, she made the connection that the meat on her plate had in fact once been a living animal people. Then she learned to cook, replacing meat with vegetarian options. Miyoko went vegan in the mid-1980s when she was in her early 20s. Being vegan for almost 40 years, vegan chef Miyoko Schinner has been a forerunner in driving change for a compassionate and sustainable vegan food system. Due to our limited time, here we'll highlight just some of them. In 2012, she hosted 3 seasons of Vegan Mashup Cooking Show aired on the Public Broadcasting Service, PBS, an American public broadcaster and television program. In 2014, vegan chef Miyoko Schinner founded Miyoko's Creamery by merging modern food technology with old creamery methods using wholesome plant-based milk. In just a few short years, Miyoko's Creamery vegan products can be found in thousands of stores across the USA, Australia, Canada, South Africa, Hong Kong, and Singapore. She says, "I founded Miyoko's Creamery to inspire compassion for all living beings through the joy of food and the positivity of plants." In 2015, one of her vegan cookbooks, The Homemade Vegan Pantry, was named one of the best vegan cookbooks by Good Housekeeping magazine. In 2018, vegan chef Miyoko Schinner was recognized as a vegan revolutionary by the United Nations in its The Future of Women Global Initiative. And in 2021, she was recognized in the 50 Over 50 Project, an initiative highlighting the diverse voices and work of 50 female entrepreneurs over the age of 50, by Forbes magazine, a highly influential publication in the United States. Last week, vegan chef Miyoko Schinner showed us how to make the vegan version of carnitas tacos. Let's see what she will make today.
Hi everyone, I'm Miyoko Schinner of Miyoko's Creamery, reporting from headquarters in Petaluma, California, in our demo kitchen. So today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorites from my latest cookbook, the Vegan Meat Cookbook. And this recipe requires no heat whatsoever for the actual vegan meat part. What we're going to make today is vegan prosciutto. I have to admit, I've never had prosciutto made from an animal, thank God. But prosciutto is thinly sliced ham that's been smoked. So we're going to attempt to make that out of rice paper. And I guarantee you, it's so delicious and it's so satisfying. So let me introduce you to the ingredients first. Rice paper is available absolutely anywhere. To give the prosciutto a nice pink color, we're going to add some beet juice. In addition, we're going to feature liquid aminos. Now, this is like soy sauce, but it has a slightly smokier flavor. I'm going to use vegetable stock, liquid smoke, and sugar. Okay, once we make the prosciutto, traditionally it's wrapped around something like melon or asparagus. The melon is going to remain fresh, but for the asparagus, we're going to roast it. I have about a pound of this lovely green spring asparagus, which I'm spreading on a sheet pan. I'm simply going to toss it with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, and some black pepper. I'm just going to toss it all so it's evenly coated in the oil, the salt and the pepper. I just saw one. Okay, so this is how I cut my asparagus. I bend it and I pop it where it pops. What's below it is really what's tough. So when you see the little color changing there, you just get rid of it. Now I'm going to put this in the oven at 425 degrees for about 10-15 minutes until it's nice and brown and tender. All right, we're ready to move on to the marinade for the rice paper, which will transform this rice paper into something that's like prosciutto, but a lot kinder. We're going to start out with a cup of vegetable stock, and you want a wide dish like a pie dish or a cake pan that's going to be wide enough for you to marinate the rice paper. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of Bragg's liquid aminos. You can use soy sauce or tamari. A 1/4 cup of beet juice, and this will turn the rice paper into this lovely pink color. Add 2 teaspoons of sugar for just a touch of sweetness. And finally, a little splash of liquid smoke. Mix all of that up to dissolve the sugar. Okay, now we're going to take about 2 or 3 sheets of this paper and put it into the marinade. After a couple of minutes, you can feel the rice paper and see if it's softened up, and this is when you have to work a little bit fast. Now, these are going to stick together if you don't put olive oil or some other oil between the layers. The olive oil also gives it sort of that fatty sensation or flavor that you want. Take the olive oil and just generously coat your hands with it. Make sure your hands are clean. Remove the rice paper and coat the entire thing with olive oil like this. Okay, now I can stack these up and they will not stick to each other. So they only have to sit in here for 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm going to add another 3 sheets to this and let it marinate. So if you pull them out and they're still a little stiff, they're not ready, I'm just going to coat my hands with olive oil. It's not just to get them soft, but it's also so they absorb the flavor. Now, the colder the temperature of your vegetable stock, the longer you'll have to soak these. I always like to use slightly warm, not hot vegetable stock. This recipe makes enough for about 50 sheets of vegan prosciutto. People are discovering so many things to do with rice paper. In the old days, we used rice paper only for things like spring rolls, but today, people are finding that you can use this for things like the skin of vegan chicken. I have a recipe for a fried vegan chicken in my vegan meat cookbook that uses rice paper to hold the mushrooms together. As you can see, these are not sticking together. I can pull them apart. If I hadn't put olive oil on them, they would all be one mass, and you do not want that. All right, we'll do one more here. Look at this lovely translucent color. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
The demand for vegetarian food will increase our production of the right kind of plant foods. We shall cease to breed pigs and other animals for food, thereby ceasing to be responsible for the horror of slaughterhouses, where millions of creatures cry in vain because of man's selfishness. Rukmini Devi Arundale, vegetarian.
Gracious viewers, we'll pause briefly to pray for a healthy, peaceful, and prosperous vegan world. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. We will be right back. Welcome back to our show, Vegan Chef Miyoko Schinner's Vegan Meat Recipes, Part 2 of 2, Rice Paper Vegan Prosciutto.
I'm going to check on the asparagus. The asparagus is absolutely perfect. Okay, so look at that. They look gorgeous. I've got melon, I have asparagus, I have my vegan prosciutto, and now we're ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to take a piece of this vegan prosciutto. There we go. All right, isn't that lovely? And I'm going to cut these in half. And depending on the size of what you're rolling, you can cut these even into quarters. Take 2 of these pieces of asparagus and roll them like that. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Put it on a platter, the green, the red. There we go. This is such a lovely, light appetizer. Think of all the things you can roll with this vegan prosciutto. Asparagus is perfect. Melon is very, very traditional. With melon, I like to add a sprig or just a leaf of basil as well. Avocado is another thing that's kind of fun to roll in this. If you have guests that pop over, for example, and you haven't prepared anything, you have some veggies in the refrigerator or some melon, just think of this as an easy appetizer. You could also roll these around a grilled king trumpet mushroom or portobello mushroom. There's so many things that you could roll this around. I was really delighted when I figured out how to make this because as a pretty much lifelong vegetarian vegan, there are so many things I hadn't actually eaten before because I just wouldn't eat them. I'd always wondered, okay, how could I make a vegan version of, you know, something like prosciutto or salami or anything like that. So it's really, really fun when you can figure out a compassionate, sustainable way of doing something like this. This is a traditional dish in Italy, vegan prosciutto wrapped around melon. This is a great combination. You have the sweetness, the freshness of the melon, teamed up with something that's a little bit smoky and salty. It's absolutely perfect. A couple more and then I'll be done with this platter. Okay, my beautiful platter of vegan prosciutto wrapped melon and asparagus is ready, and I am ready to entertain all of you. Bon appetit!
Ingredients. For all ingredients, please use organic versions if available. For the vegan prosciutto, the ingredients are up to 50 sheets of rice paper. 1 sheet makes 2 slices of vegan prosciutto. Marinade. 1 cup of vegetable broth. 1/4 cup of Bragg's liquid aminos or soy sauce or tamari. 1/4 cup of beet juice or 2 thin slices of beetroot. 2 teaspoons of vegan sugar. 2 teaspoons of liquid smoke. Coating. About 1/3 cup of olive oil for coating the marinated rice paper. Fruit and vegetable for wrapping. Melon. Cut into 1/4 inch thick slices. 1 pound or 450 grams of asparagus spears roasted with olive oil, salt, and black pepper. Optional. Avocado, grilled king trumpet mushroom or portobello mushroom.
For more information about vegan chef Miyoko Schinner, her vegan products, and her vegan cookbook, please visit miyokos.com.
No to vegan, so the devils in hell can laugh merrily smelling your burnt flesh.
Marvelous viewers, we are glad to have you with us today. We hope our show has helped enrich and broaden your choice of vegan alternatives and recipes. We thank vegan chef Miyoko Schinner for her generosity in sharing her time and her recipes on our show. Up next is The World Left Ukraine to Fight Alone, Part 3 of 17, on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May your inner light shine within you. God bless.
For free international vegan recipes and for language availability, please visit suprememastertv.com/VEG and suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Pour des recettes véganes internationales gratuites et voir les langues disponibles, veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/VEG et suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Para recetas veganas internacionales gratuitas y para disponibilidad de idiomas, visiten suprememastertv.com/VEG y suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Олон улсын веган хоолны үнэгүй ороод болон хэлний сонголтыг дараа хаягаар үзнэ. suprememastertv.com/VEG болон suprememastertv.com/schedule.